Radio Free Tatooine presents Galactic War Report, a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes podcast.
Boshuda, fellow Holotable hustlers, you're tuned into Galactic War Report, a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes podcast that's better than some and worse than others. I'm Sean, a.k.a. the other Sean, and sitting across the Holotable from me is Josh, a.k.a. the Golden Pop-Tart.
I feel like last week CG was kind of just like taking a little bit of a breath because they just exploded this week. We got a ton of information today. Ton.
Feast or famine, right? And this is... we eatin' this week, baby.
I know, right? And one of my favorite things happening. We got to talk about that later.
We sure do. Hey, longtime listeners know exactly what Josh's favorite thing in this game is, and we'll get to that. We also have 2 new kids. So
2.
I am of the opinion, with all that's going on this week, we'll see what we can do. May the 4th is coming as well. So, of course, that's going to be celebrated in game. We'll talk about what to expect there. And Lightspeed Bundles are back in a big way. And there's some good news and bad news about them, actually. So that'll be a fun little discussion there too, because I like it when we have a chance to get a little bit salty, not like screaming into the microphone salty, but just a little salty.
I'll try harder that time.
But first, let's celebrate some Blurf days. All right, this week we've got a few. It's May the 4th week, so of course we're going to have some Blurf days. They love dropping characters on May the 4th. This week, first we have on the 2nd, Padme Amidala turning 6 years old. 6 years ago, I wrote a message to Capital Games, I think through Discord or Slack. I think Slack, back when I was in the test program, whatever, the beta program. And I said, this is not fun, this Padme Amidala event. This is no good. It's too hard. Don't like it. In retrospect, that's nothing compared to some of this other stuff. But, 6 years of Padme Amidala. Still a great character.
No, definitely.
The de facto 5th slot on a Jedi Master Kenobi team, although different circumstances, you can put a lot of people in that slot, but I think she's generally the best. On the 4th, May the 4th birthdays are R2-D2 back in 2017, so 8 years of that little rust bucket. Bosk in 2018. I will never forget Bosk, the release of Bosk. The news broke on Galactic War Report that Bosk was coming to the game. And it was that episode that got us an in-game advertisement that popped up in Galaxy of Heroes. Like, when you log in, it's like, hey, there's this new character. No, it was, hey, check out Galactic War Report to hear about Bosk. And our website died. Oops. Cheap little web hosting plan just crashed completely. And then also on the 4th is Saw Gerrera from 2023. So only 2 years of Saw. On the 5th, we have just one. He was late to the party. Echo. The original Echo from 2021. Now, I feel like I should have said this at the beginning of the show, but I want to give a little disclaimer. I'm still congested, y'all. I got I did a Twitch
Keeping it
stream
real.
before this. I had to mute it a couple times so I could just blow my nose on camera. Like, I just, this is what happens to me. I get sick, I get over it, and then I'm just congested for a duration. Quite a duration. So, let's take a look at this week's upcoming in-game events brought to you by swgohevents.com. For a complete list of past, present, and future events, swgohevents.com is a universe of info in a galaxy of heroes. Now, I want to introduce a new twist on the events, where I'm going to ask you on every one of these the number one question that anyone should be asking: can you sim it?
Ooh.
And I mean, because that's living in Galaxy of Heroes.
Yeah, right.
The best way to play this game is to not play this game very much. So on the 2nd, as this show launches, we've got an Omega battle on Jakku. This will be. Is that sim? Can you sim it?
Yes, you can.
You can sim it. All right. On the 3rd, there's nothing. On the 4th, nothing we know of. On the 4th, holy smokes, we've got Defensive Dathomir, where you get your Mother Talzin shards. Can you sim it?
You can sim it.
We have an Assault Battle, Forest Moon, and Smuggler's Run 2. Now, can you sim those?
You can sim them.
All right. Now, this is all that's on the calendar.
There's more.
But there's so much more, and we'll get to that in a second. This is just from the official calendar that events pulls from the game. On the 5th, we have an Omega battle on Bespin. Can you sim it?
You can.
You can sim it. All right. We also have Grand Arena Championship Season 65, Week 3 beginning. Can you sim it?
No,
sometimes
you
I
can't.
wish
Sometimes
I could.
you wish you can.
I mean, it's the only reason I'm on Twitch, but sometimes I just wish I could. All right, so no simming Grand Arena. On the 6th, we have an Assault Battle, Secrets and Shadows. I mean, we know. Can you sim that?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And then on the 9th, we have an Omega Battle, Imperial Fleet. Can you sim it?
Nope, you gotta do it this time.
Gotta do it. You
We
heard
said
the man.
sim too many
no
times.
simming. You're out of sim tickets.
New bottleneck.
Yeah. Oh man, that would be great if I could sim so much that sim tickets mattered again. Oof. So yeah, pretty full week on the calendar. But what it's not including, and I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, there's a bunch of bonus stuff on the 4th. But we'll get to the May the 4th stuff in a minute. Before we get into that, or any of this week's top stories, I want to give a quick shout out to our fantastic Patreon supporters. If you enjoy what we do and want to be part of our exclusive community, head over to patreon.com/Galactic War Report. You get VIP access to our Discord, early access to episodes, and of course, our weekly Doth Chat, where we chat with patrons each Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Your support keeps the lights on and the sandcrawlers running. Now then, punch it, Pop-Tart.
Man, we got so much this week. So what do you want to
You're
start
going to be
with?
doing a lot of punching here. This is.
I know, right?
I hope you're warmed up.
I mean,
Yikes.
does hyperspeed actually? It needs fuel, right?
Yeah, sure.
You think so? Yeah. Either way. All right. So a little sidetrack there. So why don't we start with some May the 4th? I think we've kind of talked a little bit about that because I think there's a lot when it comes to the other good old kit reveals here. So let's first start off. One thing that we just said with events, looks like there's going to be a Avenge of the Sith event, which will come out on May 4th. You're gotta use or have Jedi Knight Anakin, Mace, Sakura, Darth Vader, Darth Sidious, and Dooku. So they are required.
You have
so
to.
We don't know
you don't have to have all of them, though.
Oh, you don't?
I think it's 5 of those.
Oh, 5 of those. Sorry. So you got to basically make a team. So in that case, I like that. Get a little bit of extra. We don't know what the rewards are or what anything is going to be, but I'll take that as a win.
I'm looking for it. I don't see it on the official announcement, but I definitely saw. I think it might have been Meathead on Reddit said in a comment is what that was. So
nice. Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, any type of other content that we get, especially if it's going to be free goodies. And again, we're going to get that nice, like I call it an email, but basically the inbox full of goodies on that May 4th. Now, looking at it, it looks like there's going to be a lot of normal fun jazz in there. Now, there's also going to be calendars. So it looks like you're going to get crystals, zetas, and about 6 million in coin.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like I need that right now, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm curious. I have no idea. Like, my credits got so far beyond me. 329 million.
Yeah, that's...
I'm good.
You can buy a ship or two.
Yeah,
yeah. Now, nice thing is the one thing we always love about May the 4th is double drops. And so they are coming back. They're going to be from the 6th through the 8th. Now, here's the thing. We're actually getting triple drops. Like, triple drops. That's one more to it.
You heard that right.
3.
Triple. Now, 3 times 0 surely must be more than 0, right?
Oh, man, I totally forgot about that. But yeah. But awesome, though. I mean, we get it for 24 hours.
What I'm here for.
Right? There you go. 24 hours on the 8th. So that's going to be just absolutely wonderful. Oh, man. It really feels like the only thing I'm doing right now is actually getting signal data. So, man, it's going to be nice through that time period.
Yeah.
Really nice. But, so, yeah. And again, there's a lot of other little goodies out there. But these are the main pieces for it. You know, obviously, hopefully we'll see what happens in the Sith event. And again, those triple drops are just unbelievably awesome. So, but another thing that's going to come during the same time is a plethora.
A plethora.
Of Lightspeed bundles. And when we say a lot, it's, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 10 different ones for it. And looking at some of these, man, it is a lot. The value piece to it, especially for new folks. I mean, if you don't have a lot of these, so you have first off the Radis and Finalizer bundles there. For $40, you get 10 Relic 7s in 4 ships, including Houndstooth. That's a lot. I mean, and then the Finalizer, you get 1 less Relic 7, but again, you get 7 ships that are set that way. So, I mean, that is really kind of unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now, looking at it too for Resistance, that one's also $34.99. It looks like everybody but Zori that's Resistance you get for Relic 6. I mean, again, really nice. Makes it a lot easier for you to go out there and get Rey.
Yeah.
Now, Supreme Leader, same thing. Basically all of his requirements for $34.99 to get to Relic 6. So still a little bit of work on some of them, but that's basically you're going to get a Galactic Legend in a lot of ways for $34.99.
Yeah, and that Relic 6, that's no joke.
Right? And so also too you have the Dark Side Mandos, which that is your friend Gar. He isn't just looking better in the game, he's also looking better when it comes to a Relic 5 for $14.99. Now, this one, it's kind of getting me kind of to think. Iden has one, and my Iden's, I don't need it from there, but most of those other Empire guys, I don't have them, right? So I was thinking for $24.99, is it worth it to get, 4 more leveled up? I mean, who knows? But if you want it, go for it.
Yeah.
Now, Jedi Vanguard, that one's going to have Mace in the bundle. That's like $9.99. Now, the ones that are kind of painful to me is the fact that you can get Maul now for $39.99 at Relic 5. And then you can also get Razor Crest at $14.99. That's give you BAM and Razor Crest, so you get 2 legendaries for $14.99.
Yeah. Well, a legendary and a conquest. Like that's just. Can you imagine just not having to do Proving Ground as a new player? Like, for that ship, anyways. That's,
for sure.
Yeah.
Man. And then lastly, you have Grievous in Malevolence for $24.99.
Mm-hmm.
Grievous's Relic 7. Like, that is... I mean, again, if you are just starting out and this is going to be something that you want to invest in, like, you're going to go up in some GP after this.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's just, like, this feels like altogether, like, it's a huge, Lightspeed bundle. I mean, it is pretty crazy. So, what are your thoughts on all this?
I'm kind of evaluating as a player that has just about everything relicked. Lightspeed bundles are always like, maybe what's it worth? Like, it's going to be much less valuable for me than for a newer player. But I'm thinking, I think the Dark Side Mandos might just get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take 3 characters from Relic 3 to Relic 5. I don't hate that because I feel like I'm going to be using them a lot in the future,
right?
And that's
especially Timo and Maul, yeah.
That's kind of enticing. Outside of that, I'm looking at the Jedi Vanguard one. It's only $10, and that goes to Relic 5, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think you have most of them.
Yeah. I was just
curious.
curious.
I think you have most of them there, but yeah.
Mace is not a Vanguard. Huh. I mean, I'm sure the new Mace will be.
Yeah,
but
must be.
That's odd.
It's different, yeah.
Yeah, if it's Relic 5, I've got all that. But, so the other thing is Ray and Slicker's packs are coming back.
Yeah.
For twice the price. They're $20 now instead of 10. So, I saw some people get real spicy about that. And I just kind of feel like, I don't know. Here's my thing. We were never guaranteed these were coming back. So if you got them for 10, you got the deal of the century.
Right.
If you get them for 20, you get the second best deal of the century. And I can't feel that bad about either of those. Like, you waited a year, and now you're you're ready to strike. I've been sitting on this $10 for a year. No, you haven't. That just seems like people being mad to be mad. I don't know.
I mean, inflation's tough right now. I mean,
exactly. Everything's more expensive. Your eggs are $20, so is your Ray,
Right. I mean, but again, you're getting Ray. I mean, I did it the first time, so it was perfect for me. I ended up with Ray. It's amazing. So even when we get to that point, I mean, I can't get that frustrated. But again, if you are, I understand, like, there are people that have paid a lot more money to this game than I have.
Yeah.
So to have this type of stuff, I can understand 100%. Now, on the other side, I just like the fact that it makes it more accessible for people to play, and maybe we'll get more people in.
I disagree. I think you're just being silly if you're upset about this. I think that's just silliness.
I like that.
That is a hill I will die on. Someone wants to fight me about a $20 Ray pack.
I mean, I don't know.
Ball is $40.
Yeah.
I mean,
true.
That's just whatever. Whatever.
But yes. So yeah, that is really May the 4th. I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming. We know that it's going to be some great stuff. I mean, I love it. Anytime we get to celebrate Star Wars. Are you going to watch anything in particular? Or what do you think you're going to do? Like,
I might try to take the kids out to Revenge of the Sith at the theater here. It's planned for its 20th? Yeah, 20th anniversary. So I might try and make that happen. I just happened to walk by my wife the other day. We both work from home, so she's on her lunch break, and I saw that she was watching Rogue One. And I was like, go you. Go
know, right?
you. Good job. Yeah. She loves that movie.
That's awesome.
But also, a couple other things. Nope, I think we got all of that. The only other thing is all the extra assault battles.
Oh, yeah.
Like, every assault battle is running on the 4th. Even the new ones. Perdia Patrol and Duel of the Fates.
I just love it.
That's good.
A lot of Simmon, a lot of Zetas. Finally, like, I am Zeta poor, so I will take anything that I can. So,
oh, there's a new coaxium heist too. So in your web store, you'll be chasing those red dots a little more every day for May 1st through 22nd.
I mean, they have me trained so much that I wake up and I go right straight to that web store. Like, I visit that every single day. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes when you actually talk out loud all the stuff that I do for this game, and like people are like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe you do that.
It's a little crazy. That's the first thing I do in the morning is I hit the web store. Do it right in the morning, because then you can't do it while you're playing the game because it disrupts your connection to it. So I do all the web store stuff, get that all done in the morning, and then it's off to the races. Well, you know what? No one cares, but I'm going to say it. I do the web store, then I do my New York Times crossword and Wordle, all that. Then I hit Galaxy of Heroes. That's the routine.
There you go. All right, so yeah, I mean, I think that's all for May 4th, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's all of them. I mean, it's gonna be a great day in Sean's house.
It will be, right?
Be a happy Sean.
So, little other updates on there. Wrecker now is going to be on Dark Side 6A. Hux was moved to Galactic War. So, welcome, Mr. Hux.
Yeah.
Also, too, for you fun friends that love to go into Proving Grounds and just enjoy that battle.
Oh, it's
guess
the
what?
best.
Luthen's there for you. It's interesting, though, that like we just don't get to play it. I'm okay with that, but on the other side, like, I would at least like to go in and mess with it.
For no
right?
rewards. I just want to... I'm curious what the battles are. Yeah.
I mean,
totally agree.
I'd probably still sim it, but...
I would take this over having to do it, for sure. I'm not complaining about that, but...
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got 2 new characters to go over as well. And I think what we ought to do is we've got SM-33 from Skeleton Crew. That's Nick Frost's Imperial droid turned pirate. That's the next Conquest character. And I feel like we can maybe discuss him a little bit, but I don't want to get into the nitty gritty on him. Let's save that. It's Conquest. We're not going to see him for 3 months. We've got time. But what is coming very soon is the Disguised Clone Trooper, which is kind of interesting character. Seems like stupid name. Like, I'm Rando Clono. But I don't know how to make it spicier. It just, something about it just seems kind of like, oh, just a guy in a robe. But I don't know. That said, the actual kit is cool. Like, I think this has got some serious potential to be... I forget, the Omicron is Territory War, I think?
Yep, Territory War.
And it looks like just game over. Just kill everything. I think that is exciting. Keller and Beck teams are done. Keller and Beck is
for sure
cooked.
Well, it would be nice to just have a team that's going to go in war and just win.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is. Just go win.
Yeah.
Like, I hope, at least.
I mean, unless there's an interaction I'm not thinking of with Keller and Beck, it just seems like that team's done. So yeah, let's start with SM33, I guess.
Okay.
I don't want to do the whole big shebang, but we can kind of go over like the idea behind it. So he's a pirate, right? Which is the name of the song from Pirates of the Caribbean. The theme is called He's a Pirate. I know this because my son is taking piano lessons and he's working on He's a Pirate. Anyways, the pirate faction is a work in progress. He's the first pirate, but they added the tag to some older characters, including Sanastaros, Hondo, and Enfys Nest. So when SM33 comes out, we're going to have 4 pirates, which tells me good chance we're getting a 5th.
At minimum.
I mean, the logical guess here is Jude Law. I forget his character. What is
just Jude Law?
Character's name is? Yeah, doesn't matter. It's not even his character. It's just Jude Law, pirate. That or I'm hoping for the green seaweed guy from The Mandalorian. Just that everyone hates. Shorn, was it, or something? I don't remember the guy's name, but yeah. So this guy is like the enforcer. He's, if you've seen the show, he just pummels, right? He's just going to smash, right? So he's got some big attacks. He has a territory war Omicron as well, to kind of like what is it? If this ability targets the first active enemy that damaged the allied pirate in the leader slot, reduce their max protection by 50% for the rest of the encounter, which can't be resisted, all that. So again, that tells me it's going to be Jude Law, right? Because it's like protecting the pirate in the leader slot. That's who that's going to be. But yeah, he looks interesting, and he doesn't really synergize that well with anyone right now.
Nope.
So it's kind of hard to speculate what all we're gonna get out of it, but yeah. All right, let's. Like I said, we'll. I pulled up the kit and I want to get like all the way into it, but let's not. Let's just focus on this clone trooper for this episode. The artwork.
I know, right?
My guy just outdoes himself every single time. I love it. Meathead's artwork on the forum post. It's so good. And he's got that super soaker I had when I was a kid. The yellow one with the green tube. Like, yeah. Yep. All right. So this dude works with stealth and ruse. And it's a new kind of category thing, or not category, a new modifier that it's all like, what does ruse do? If he has ruse, then this happens, basically. Let's just start. Let's go over the kit, and then we can kind of talk about how this fits with the clones that we've already seen. Because I think this is going to turbocharge Lord Vader. Yeah. Like, Lord Vader is already great with Apo and CX2. This is definitely a very cool addition to that. And I dare say Jedi Master Luke is like even more awful now. He just can't win. All right. Let's just start with the basic. Covert assault. Deal special damage to target enemy. If disguised clone trooper had ruse, stun them for 1 turn, which can't be evaded or resisted. If the target enemy was already ability blocked or stunned, and all allies are Lord Vader, Tarkin, or Darkseid clones, dispel all buffs on them and inflict Order 66 for 2 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, evaded, or resisted. Order 66, I forget, does it define it in here? Because I forget exactly what it is, but it's like they can't get buffs, and I think they take like a health penalty or something.
Yeah, I haven't seen actually. That's something I got to get back into.
Yeah, so the first special is called Well Executed Ambush. This is deal special damage to all enemies and deal 10% more damage for each stack of damage over time on them. 20% if disguised clone trooper had ruse. Stacking to a max of 200. All Darkseid clone trooper allies gain advantage for 2 turns. If the target enemy was Lightside, inflict him with healing immunity for 2 turns. If disguised clone trooper had ruse, healing immunity can't be dispelled or resisted, and inflict them with a stack of damage over time for 2 turns. If they were Galactic Republic, you also reduce their speed by 15 for 2 turns. If disguised clone trooper had ruse, reduce their speed by another 15 and inflict them with a stack of damage over time for 2 turns. And if they were a Jedi, you inflict them with offense down for 2 turns. If he had ruse, offense down can't be dispelled or resisted, and inflict him with a stack of damage over time for 2 turns. So basically, if this is a Galactic Republic Jedi, you just ruin their day. You absolutely ruin their day.
I mean, this has to mean that Kenobi is just Lord Vader's winning at this point.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. It's curious how that matchup's gonna look.
I'm okay with it. Like in the, I think it was the episode 3 video game, you had a choice, like at the end, like who do you want to win? And you can choose like Anakin, and then basically it shows the cut screen of him doing it. That's what this is just gonna be. You know, we're gonna
we're
go
gonna
take
see
out
that.
some Kenobis, hopefully. But
yeah. So Clever Ruse. This is one of his Omicron. Does he have 2 or just 1 Omicron? This is his Omicron, and this is so stinking cool. I love this. At the start of each of Disguised Clone Trooper's turns, if he was stealthed, he recovers 15% health and protection, gains 20% turn meter, and ruse until the end of that turn. When Disguised Clone Trooper attacks, he loses stealth. At the start of each enemy's turn, if Disguised Clone Trooper had stealth, all other Darkseid Clone Trooper allies gain retribution until the end of that enemy's turn. If that enemy was a Jedi, Disguised Clone Trooper gains tenacity up until the end of that enemy's turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, prevented. While in Territory Wars, ruse no longer expires until the end of the battle. If an enemy inflicted with Order 66 is defeated, ally Lord Vader and Darkseid Clone Trooper allies take a bonus turn. So, I mean, you just wipe them out one by one, right? That's awesome. That's very, very cool. And then he has a second unique called Decoy Squad 5. At the start of the encounter, Disguised Clone Trooper gains 30% offense, and if there is a Galactic Republic enemy, he gains stealth for 2 turns. At the start of each of his turns, if Disguised Clone Trooper didn't have a ruse, he gains stealth for 3 turns. And then if the target enemy had Order 66, Disguised Clone Trooper... wait a second. Target enemy... It's a unique. At Order 66, Disguised Clone Trooper deals massive damage when attacking. Oh, I think that just applies to whatever. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So if the target enemy was a Jedi or Lightside Ufu, he deals an additional instance of massive damage per relic amplifier level.
Right.
So if this dude's relic 7 and you're attacking, for example, a Kenobi team.
Mm-hmm.
It works for Jedi or light side UFUs, so that gets Cat pulled right back into the mix. And this dude's Relic 7, we're doing massive damage 7 times. If that doesn't kill them, and everyone's assisting. Let's see. He deals massive damage 7 times. Everyone assists. This dude, whoever, dies. Then everyone gets a bonus turn. And you just rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Like, it looks absolutely nuts. He also seems like he's hard to deal with because you're going to, like, he's in stealth all the time. So it's not like it's just like, oh, we'll just target him and take him. No, like, you're not going to do that.
It's so awesome. And, like, I love this. I know for myself, I keep on toying with the idea of this whole team going to Relic 9.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to have one of the best Lord Vader teams.
Mm-hmm.
I've really thought about it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to probably really
it's just going to do
it.
The thing is, it's like the chilling effect, basically. Like, no one's going to place Galactic Republic Jedi on defense anymore.
Right.
So you don't have to take them to Relic 9 because no one's going to place it, you know?
But think about it. Like, we're going to have a Jedi Vanguard team that most are going to probably Galactic, Republic.
Well, I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point. I'm curious how that'll stack up,
I know, it's kind of interesting. So basically, is this like the full-on county? But again, too, though, I mean, I guess Mace isn't a Vanguard, like you said earlier. So, I mean, there's a chance that some of these aren't. Well, is Jasta?
Jocasta is, yeah.
Jocasta, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, she is. Jasta.
Yeah.
I'm going to call her that.
So, man, and this is going to be so stupid. Because doesn't Lord Vader boost these guys' offense too?
Yeah, I mean, each kit basically is building on each other, and it really is pretty dang good. I mean, seeing it right now in 3v3, it is, and again, there's a datacron, right? So, I mean, that's one piece to it, but man, it is crazy. I'm seeing defenses.
Yeah, he does
where it's 10 to 15 times.
Yeah.
Where they're getting holds for 10 to 15 times. It is going to be a beast, and it's just awesome. Again,
I set mine on defense today, and we'll see. Let me see if they've attacked yet. They hadn't when I was streaming, but nope, nothing yet. Bummer. Because I'm curious. I should have put it front row. I'm just like,
just so you can see.
I just want to see what happens. So, yeah, I feel like Apo's already like dealing some decent damage, right?
Yeah.
Just on his own, he's great, but the kind of synergies here with this guy, man, just gonna be stupid. I love it. Yeah, and I'm looking for Lord Vader gives them bonus. I forget. I'm pretty sure he gives them bonus offense from his unique.
Let's take a look here.
Like boost their mastery or something, maybe. Oh, I ain't reading all that. Yeah, I know he does. These guys are going to be nuts. So we don't know. It's not in game yet, like a event for him, is it?
I don't think so yet, because I think it's what could be next week.
Oh, there it is.
5 more days.
5 days. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's That's awesome. I love it.
Oh. Well, you can see the rewards for the Revenge of the Sith promotional event.
Mm-hmm.
So it has crystals, looks like probably some shards of all the characters that are in there.
Yeah. Yep. Bunch of characters I don't need, but take.
Yeah. If it's like 50 crystals, I'll take it. I'll spend them.
We got another Nightfall coming up. By the time this podcast is out, it will have passed. But these Nightfall things, I'm fine with them.
Yeah.
The shards I'm getting, stupid. Like I've got CX2 up to 6 stars already.
Jeez, oh Pete.
From like the last Nightfall, I got 32, I think.
Wow.
I got like 7 from the first tier and 20, I don't know, 25, something like that. Or maybe I got 25 total. I think that's what it is. At any rate, like I'm loving these things.
I know that's not something I only have a Gear 30 right now, AFO, so I just kind of wasn't paying attention to that. So then every time I've done it, it's been bad.
It's I mean, I got lucky for sure. The first time that I didn't whale, but I minnowed on Apo, and that was very much worth it. So, I feel like there's one other. Did we go over the thing that makes you happier than everything else in the world?
No, we haven't yet. No.
Do you? I'll let you cover that.
Yes. So, I'm that person that every time there's an update goes through and starts clicking through the characters. And if you're like me, I love every single time that they change just like a new skin onto it. And guess what? This update came through, and it looks like we believe there's going to be 5 total. 5, which it doesn't make a lot of sense, too. It's not like we have any, like...
Oh. They announced 4.
Did they?
I'm not sure about that last one. I have speculation.
Okay.
This is maybe
4.
a stealth glow up.
Maybe. Or it just looks better in this one. So we'll say 4 with, I don't know, a maybe. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so of the 4, the first one I came across was Greedo. And I always thought that Greedo kind of looked very much cartoony, very, I don't know, not the greatest in the world by any means, but Greedo got a glow up, and it looks pretty dang good. And when you actually have him out there, I call it hair, but whatever it is, down, like his mohawk, thing, like, yeah. I mean, it just looks like Greedo. I mean,
yeah, it does.
So that's kind of fun. I mean, I just think that's, again, I wasn't expecting it. I don't know if anybody was out there like, man, you got to redo Greedo. But again, now I will say, though, that in the territory battles, there is a ton of, Rhodians. So I was thinking, like, and they're called pirates. So there are pirates in there. So I'm thinking, like, is that what we're going to get? Is just a reskinned Greedo, maybe, as a pirate? I don't know. But
I'm curious why they would do that right now. Maybe for a pirate event. Yeah, I just... Because usually it's because there's an event coming, but I don't know.
See, I think what they did with the next one is just trying to get Mr. H out of retirement. Because...
Right.
They have, again, they're going to make it to where both Gar and in Imperial Super Commando actually ends up being a little bit better, so it looks like they got a little bit of a glow up. And it really looks like, so for ISC, it really kind of makes it, I don't know, it just kind of makes it more shiny a little bit. I like it. It's, again,
it
not
looks less
the
plastic.
clone. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like, agreed, really cool. And then Gar Gar has finally had his day again. He definitely got a glow up, and he looks good. I mean, he looks very realistic.
He does. He looks so much better. Looks like a human. The problem
right.
was they were designed to look like they're representation in Star Wars Rebels, you know? And slowly but surely, they've gone through everything from Star Wars Rebels and made it look realistic, like lifelike. And that Super Commando, I've always thought they just looked... I've never been a huge fan of that design, especially with... I don't hate the character design, but making them look like Star Wars Rebels. Like, there's... Everything's smooth and shiny, and like now it looks like they're actually wearing fabric under their armor instead of everything just looking plastic, you know?
Less like a toy and more like a video game character, I think, for sure. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that are partial towards, you know, the old school model wise, but it feels like they just do a really great job now. This new, you know, pixels and all that fun stuff that they can do with these really does make them look just really dang nice. So,
yeah. So,
the next one here, which is the last confirmed one, the other one who knows what I'm talking about there, but he just got an Omicron. So now we have Svalbar. I don't think that's what his name is, but we got Zelbar.
Yeah.
Right? He now has had an update, and he looks fierce.
He looks,
I mean,
so much better. Yeah.
Right? Like the other version of it, and I know, like, when you play the game, he does kind of look like, it used to look like the game exactly. And again, that was what, 2000s, early 2000s on that. So, but man, now, like, his sword even is just really great detail.
Yeah.
I mean, just perfect. And I got to
forget
use
how
him
bad
earlier
he looked.
today, too.
As soon as I saw the new one, I was like, man, that's a heck of a lot better.
I mean, kind of makes me want them to redo Chewie's. I mean, there's so many of them, and I feel like they actually have a little bit of fur that's detached from the body, so it's not completely like he slicked it back with some old, hair glue there. So, I mean, does help 100%. Plus, he looks a little bit chunkier, too. I think he's not... Some of the models sometimes are just a little bit thin. In this case, it looks a little more
looks a little more intimidating, for sure.
Definitely. And the last one, again, it was probably not there. I just, for some reason, when I look at it, he just looks a little bit darker. So if, in fact, this is real, great. If not, then you can let us know. But it's IG... Which IG was it again?
88.
88, there you go. So IG88, I don't know why, but he just looks darker in-game. I'm not sure if it's just like a light. But again, who knows?
I don't think, to me, it doesn't look as much that it's darker as much as it is, like, it's got better, like, shine or something.
Yeah. Like
and maybe, again, maybe this is, like, we just didn't realize that he got this glow up a while ago or something, but
yeah, because I mean, there's just something about it. It just pops a little bit, and I mean, we'll take it. I mean, so yeah, again, out of the blue, I always love it when they do these, but it would be nice to kind of say why, give us a heads up, be like,
right.
Hey, like, I think that's something they could celebrate. We've updated these and how great do they look now, and then I wouldn't have to go through all of these, just clicking the button to see which one came through.
But you love it.
I do.
It's your thing. So. It's your happy place. All right. So Conquest is done. Jocasta Nu is out in the wild. We'll see what she can do. We don't have Grand Arena just started. We'll talk about that on the next episode, I'm sure. Kind of where she fits in, if at all. I don't think she's going to have a huge impact until we get Maze. But we are done with Conquest. So how did you end up? What was your crate, your Datacron situation? What was that like?
Yeah, so I end up right where I typically go, which is the 530 range. Didn't really try too hard after that. Went more Datacron wise, and I did all right. So I ended up with 15 total Datacrons from that. In most of them, I was focusing on getting the light side tank defeat, coming back, so that was really the focus. I still only have 3 when it comes to the actual, the actual main character wise, but I feel pretty good. I did get Sidious and then Luthen right now, so. And I really should, to be honest. There's a couple that I could probably do right now, but I missed it for this Grand Arena, so
you got
go me.
Sidious, Luthen, and who else?
Scion.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Which, honestly, I used that today with actually using on SLKR with Darkside Ray, and that worked out pretty good on that one because it has a huge amount of defense penetration, so I was good on that, but... Definitely not with him, though.
Yeah. I am just always blown away by how many more Datacrons you have than I do.
But did you unlock her?
I did, yeah. So,
see, that's the difference, right? So, I have more Datacrons because, I am too lazy to do the hard work that you guys do.
Yeah. I unlocked her, and So max crate, and I built up my focus Datacron to level 15 for the Boba Fett Scion of Jango. And I can't say I regret it. Fortunately, I had a lot of Datacrons from the last set, so I'm not without Datacrons. I just, obviously there's some new spicy ones that I wish I had, particularly Sidious. Man, I really wanted that one, but it wasn't to be. And I don't think I have any reroll stuff. No, I don't. I got Scion, rerolled it into a Talon. All right, whatever. Ended up getting another Scion. Come on! And I did take a... Separatist one up to a General Grievous. I'm happy with that. That's a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
But I only have 5. I have the focused Datacron, and I only got 5 Datacrons from this set so far. So I've got my work cut out for me in the next conquest, for sure. All right. Let's do a quick little Grand Arena breakdown. We have finished 3v3 week 1. We now know kind of what we're up against, and we won't learn from it. But what was your week like? How'd you fare?
Well, I do think I took a couple steps backwards, but had some fun, I guess. I think that's kind of nice. Round 1, I did win, and that was against Tamasoya, which was kind of fun. It was one of those ones where it looks like they just kind of stopped playing. And then I'm like, all right, I can just get through this. I end up with a score of 1969. But some of the fun things I had with it is just Starkiller versus Rey, always great. And Qui-Gon was sitting there, so I'm like, well, I got Ahsoka. Why not beat? So basically took him out real nice and easy. I did lose, which is kind of annoying in some ways. I used Padme against Kylo Unmasked, and I forgot that times you out, so that got timed out. But I will say I love the Zalbar going through and having his Omicron, because it really is just an easy win for most things in there. So I got cleaned up with that. And really big thing for me, I actually beat a Leviathan. That doesn't always happen for me. Just because I don't have a Leviathan, so had to do a cleanup with it, but still got to get that full clear. It's not a guaranteed win with me, so luckily that was kind of nice. So going into round 2, I actually was doing amazing. It was I went through and did everything except for ships. I'm like, all right, I'll come back. I should be fine. And man, it was just good. Well, unfortunately, I forgot, and so they didn't forget to get their ships. And then I looked at the score and thinking it didn't matter anyway. So they beat me 2,048 to 1,617. Now, nothing too crazy in there. One thing I did like to do is I split up SLKR and then Darkside Ray with 2 different teams, and that was kind of nice. it's nice to have, again, another Conquest character that lifts another one on there, so that was really good. But, again, losing that was kind of a challenge, 100%. So, now, it was better than my round 3, which, again, this is a loss, and I'll try to say the name here. Zelandius Gosselar, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Zelandius Gosselar.
But yeah, so ended up, with this one, I was not able to do anything. I was in a training, and I had to run to the bathroom real quick so I could do one attack, and then I had to peace out. But I think if I would have actually gone in and played, I think that would have worked out for me. They couldn't actually go through, and against my Jabba, they tried, Queen P, Malicos. I mean, there's a bunch of holds. Reva held against C. I mean, it really was, and I felt so bad for him because with the Reva, everybody was dead except for Grand Inquisitor and had like 1 HP. Like, they got frustrated at that point. So I ended up going through losing 68 to 1650. So that is a 1 win, 2 loss. So, I still stayed in 3, so I will take that. But
right.
How about for you?
Man, I had a similar situation. Last week, I had already done my attack for Koi Pond, was my opponent. I was feeling pretty good about it, and turned out I should, because it was 2055 to 2002. My Great Mothers held against, I have now learned it was a Darth Revan team that they tried to, not like Malgus, just a Darth Revan team. So that doesn't work. My Jabba held against a Mother Talzin Night Sister team. Also not gonna work. Attack was super smooth. So feeling good. Round 2, I went up against Chris. Chris. And what it came down to was I did a Leia mirror match and failed. And I was very upset, and I quit. Because I didn't have anything besides Leia that could beat Leia at that point. So that stunk. On defense, they tried to take out my Lord Vader with Jedi Master Luke. Didn't work out. So they weren't able to full clear me. They only put up 1574, but I could only do 1206. So kind of a drag. Round 3, I went up against Captain Wrecker, and I lost that one too. So that was cool. Leia mirror match timed out. It was down to my Drogon versus their Leia, and I just let it go because I knew, like, if she doesn't ult, everyone's coming back. That's what happened to me the round before. And I thought, well, if she doesn't ult, everyone comes back. If I just let this clock run out, then at least it's only Leia, right? So I took a Jedi Master Kenobi in there and beat it down. My gas failed against a Darth Revan. That was embarrassing. And then my Leviathan mirror match was what I was doing as the clock struck 5 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, man.
So I waited too long. I probably could have beat them. I just waited too long to attack. Ran out of time. So on defense, I will say, Enoch and his boys held against a General Veers team, and then they used Great Mothers to clean it up. My Great Mothers held against Qui-Gon Jinn and Enoch, and they used gas to clean that up. Darth Trooper Moff Gideon held against Finn. Sid cleaned it up in just over a minute, which is honestly kind of a long time for him. And then Malevolence got a hold. They tried with Radis, couldn't quite make it happen, so Finalizer cleaned it up. In the end, they only put up 1956. Not amazing score, but I could only muster 1163 because of time. Now, round one of this week, I went up against Surgutsky District, and I had a couple failed attacks. I don't remember what the first one was. Something really frustrating. It was CLS, and I was supposed to take out a was it Keller and Beck? Maybe I think it was Beck, and that fell apart. And then I had Gas went up against something stupid and failed there too. Just dumb. Besides those two battles, I did really well. So I did not update the score in our document here, but I've got it open in BlueStacks. Let me see. I put up 2018 for dropping two battles. I feel like that's not bad. I soloed a few things with like Jedi Master Luke, Wampa, did some couple other little undersized things in fleet, not purposely not taking in many reinforcements. So yeah, we'll see what they put up, and I think I got them, which is good because I want to get back up to Kyber 2. If they'll have me, I don't know. We'll see. All right, that's a little long in the tooth, and we didn't even do SM33. I knew we had too much stuff. So I guess we'll head out, but first, let's do our pre-May the 4th segment of Who You Grinded.
All right, so first off, Balin, he is going to be done for the moment. He went from Relic 6 to Relic 7. I think we're going to hold. We're getting so close to Lord Vader that I need that signal data.
Sure.
And May the 4th is coming soon. Actually, I'm going to be more excited about May the 8th for a little bit. So
yeah, honestly.
Triple drops. Now, Bad Batch ended up going just a little bit, not too much, but Omega went from 54 out of 65 up to 6 out of 85. Batcher went from 40 out of 65 to 61 out of 65. And then Record just got out there, so I got a whopping 1 shard. We went from 1530 to 1630, so which is kind of fun. Now, I do have, since I'm really only doing signal data right now, I thought I'm going to get some of the Conquest characters up, not to anything crazy, but Boba Fett of Scion there went from Gear 1 to Gear 12, so, I mean, he's not going to get relics anytime soon, but at least I gave him some love.
Yeah. Sure.
Now, speaking of some love, now Trench went from Gear 1 to Gear 3, so I know everyone's like, so glad he told me that, but he's going to get there, so.
Yeah.
Now, on the Lord Vader front, actually did get one more out of there, and so it looks like that is going to be Echo. He was Relic 5, now he's Relic 7, so there we go. So I am down to Zam, Newt, Arc Trooper, and Tarkin, so... Zam, I did go from Relic 1 to Relic 3, so I feel like I don't have the Omicron, but I kind of just want her first there, and I really don't want to do the Arc Trooper to Relic 8, so that's one I'm probably going to wait until last, which I probably shouldn't do that, but Relic 7,
it's
Relic
not an exciting
8 just is
relic.
not fun.
No. Tarkin isn't either.
I know. Well, if Tarkin does end up getting like a touch up,
true. He's not exciting now, but yeah.
But even then, though, like I kept on looking to see if he was actually had a touch up, because you'd think if you're gonna give him the image, why would we make him look better too?
If he doesn't get one, yeah.
So, well, hopefully soon that will happen. But again, I'm not too far off. I mean, it's definitely a slow grind, and I'm going to be good and not going to buy anything for it, even though we're getting to that point where I'm starting to think about it, and I probably just shouldn't, but because really it's just signal data in those stupid... Yeah, either way. All right, so I did end up getting another Zeta for Balin as well, and did the other Omicron, so I am ready for the next... he'll have all 3 of his. and then also 2 for his last Zeta. So I'm really looking forward to that, getting that finally done.
Nice.
So yeah, so that's where I have been. Now, obviously, we got the 20th anniversary of, episode 3 coming, but I want to know more. I care more about than that coming back. Who you grinding?
Man, it's more exciting. It's the excitement is palpable here. Ahsoka is done. She has all of her Zetas.
All right.
It feels great. She's only relic 7, and which I mean only, right? But
only, yeah.
I'll probably kick her up to 9 because all my other GLs are 9. Like it's what I do. I don't know when.
Yeah.
I don't have a timeline for it. Maybe around the 4th. I'll have so much extra stuff, So my Bad Batch grind, Omega went from 41 up to 70 out of 100. She's almost there. Batcher went from 65 out of 85 up to 9 out of 100. Wrecker went from 43 out of 100 to Relic 3. Dude is done.
Yeah.
Did I say Wrecker? I meant Hunter. Yeah. Wrecker went from 21 up to 27 out of 85 because I've only had 1 day to grind him. And then Crosshair, big chillin' at 50 out of 65. Balin, I took from Relic 4 up to Relic 7. Still doesn't have any Zetas. I mean, we'll get there. I don't know when. He's next. It's just takes forever. The problem is I unlocked Ahsoka, Balin, Jocasta, and they're dropping marquees on us. And this is what it must have been like to buy those Lightspeed bundles, So it's a hurdle that it's kind of fun because the only Zeta that isn't a new character or new to me character that I don't have is Krennic's leadership. So I'm going to get past this. Like Ahsoka's gone, right? I need 3 for what's his name? Balin. 2 for CX2. And 3 for Jocasta Nu. God, that's a lot. And then, of course, Disguised Clone and whatever else. But within reach, I will get caught up. And then I'll give Krennic his leader thing, too. I'm going to have every Zeta in the game. It's going to happen at some point. I'm going to get past this thing. Yeah, so who else? My goodness, my dirty clones. Apo went from 54 up to 61 out of 85. CX2 went from 30 out of 65 up to 16 out of 100. That's a 6-star CX2. And I want to give credit where it's due. I'm going to mess his name up. Someone gifted me a pack after hearing me talk about it last week on how I didn't have Lord Drift, one of the guys in our guild. Thank you so much, Lord Drift. Just gifted me the little 30 shard pack, which pushed me up to 1 more star so I could do 1 more bit of a challenge, which got the snowball rolling, right? And now I'm at 16 out of 100. And Nightfall comes back tomorrow. So who knows if I get more of him or more Apo. Either way, I cannot believe how far along these cloney boys are. Okay, and then Jocasta Nu, I mentioned, got her to Relic 3. No Zetas. So I gotta save up Zetas. Omicrons, I can't sit on those. And it's okay. I wanted 2 for Balin, and I've spent some here and there. I recently, for this last territory war, put one on Great Mother's leadership, and I don't regret it because I'm like 3 mats away from being able to give Balin both of his as soon as I get my stupid Zetas on him. So it's working out. That's all we got for you this week. It may not be the best advice, but at least we didn't recommend you aspire to Krennic's Zeta. Gonna choke on my ambition. If you want to continue the conversation, join our Discord server. It's linked in the show description. You can become a real live Jawa by supporting us on Patreon and share your thoughts by leaving us a podcast review. Big thanks also go out to Pabuapa and swgoh.gg and swgohevents.com for providing all the hard data we misinterpret weekly. Thanks for tuning in, and may the Force and RNG be with you.